So
how do you support yourself?
I have a job. I have a real, you know,
Yeah.
9
so how
to.
do you balance that, like, and have a girlfriend also?
It's hard. It's starting to take its toll now because I feel like everyone is staying on top of their game, leveling up, always playing, traveling, and stuff like that. And I'm kind of falling off a little bit. I will say a little bit. You know, people complain they haven't really been around and stuff like that. But it's hard, you know, when you work till 10 o'clock at night and then you got to go back, you know, in the afternoon. So I mean, I'm trying. I was actually complaining today about how I was actually talking to Arturo and I was like, I got to step my game up. I got to, especially for Evo. But it's hard to balance. I mean, I try my best. You know, I wish I could play a little bit more and travel more. But the mall I used to play at, it was like Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat 1 stuff, like 90. I don't know. I guess that came out like 92, 91, 92.
Yeah.
But it was.
Were there any great players?
Oh yeah. Well, to me, when I was 6, 7 years old, and my dad was standing next to me and giving me courses, I was just like, I didn't really know what I was doing until. I got a little bit older, and then like my coordination, my dexterity. Obviously, when you're really young, you just kind of play like this. Like when I started coming here, and even then, like back in the days at like the mall, I used to play at the mall. I used to play at an arcade called Fun Zone that was around the area on Long Island. Even back then, growing up, I always heard about Chinatown Fair. There's a place in the city called Chinatown Fair, but I was way too young. My dad didn't want to take me because he was worried about. Because I used to get into fights on Long Island when I started getting good. I'm like an 11-year-old kid, and all these like 23-year-old dudes wanted to beat me up, because like I'd win and stuff like that. So he really didn't want to take me here just to have a chance that something would happen or something like that. But I guess when I started coming here, 2001, and realized that it is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Was the East Coast champ back then?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Eddie Lee was like.
So he was like the god of the arcade?
Eddie Lee was the man.
You remember me first meeting?
Yeah. I still really don't talk to Eddie Lee. Like I'm very like passive. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very reserved. Like I've been coming since 2001. I just became friends with Justin like 2 years ago, and I've seen Justin, like every weekend almost coming here and playing. I'm, like. Oh, hey Eddie Lee, I'm Joe. How are you? I was like, that's Eddie Lee, that's Justin. But even back in the day, oh, that's Arturo. Yeah, I just.
So you think SF was really created more of a community?
Oh yeah, yeah. It definitely brought something back. It was dead for a little bit.